let's get right into it. So, Glorietta and Alex, you guys have been hitting me up on like Instagram, Twitter, even here on YouTube about 90 Day Fiance, about My Lover for Lockup review. And now I realize why your shady behind was trying to get me to watch this show so badly. Because y'all knew that Alex was going to do all that singing to Glorietta in that car. When he started singing to her, I was like, oh, my subscribers are so shady. You knew that I was going to fall out when he started singing to Glorietta in that car. So, stop laughing. So Glorietta picks up Alex. And while they are driving to the hotel where they were going to stay for a couple days, he like, starts singing to Glorietta, and he is singing to her and like this like ashy, off-key, out-of-tune voice. But whatever he's singing to her and how he's singing it to her does not matter, because either way, Gloria's getting hot and bothered, okay? Like, she cannot get herself together while he's singing to her, and I'm like, oh. The bar is set in hell. You're going to forgive me because I can't get over that song, so I'm probably going to be laughing through this entire segment. So we find out what Alex is in prison for. Alex has a scamming issue, okay? He is a credit card scammer. He steals people's credit and credit cards. He writes bad checks, and all of it is due to his drug addiction, which is why Glorietta's mom was so worried and concerned for her. I get it now. Not only does Glorietta seem to have some issues, she's now dating and engaged to a man who is just freshly out of prison from having a drug addiction and from having a theft problem. Man is used to taking advantage of people. And when you're a mom and you have somebody as your child like Glorietta, you're always worried because there are always people who go after people like that. If you watch my Bachelor reviews, I talk to you guys about my cousin who has some developmental issues. And we as a family constantly have to like really check who he's dating, because women, unsavory women take advantage of him, and, they take his money, and he doesn't know. He thinks it's all normal. He doesn't really understand. So we're always very cautious of who comes into his life, who shows interest in him. Not because he's not a great guy, but because he has been scammed several times before. So I totally get where Glorietta's mother is coming from. Now, not to say that Glorietta has developmental issues, because I don't want her to like, come in here and watch this video and try to read me for filth. You can try, girl, it won't work. But it just, to me, as a viewer watching the show, it seems like, something is going on there. So I, as a viewer, am a bit worried about Alex's intentions for Glorietta. That's all. I don't know if anything is, going on with her. It just appears to be that way. Maybe it's the eyebrows. Maybe it's the giddiness over, picking up a felon. I don't know. But it's something, to me, is not quite, fully there. That's all I'll say about that. Then in this episode, we also find out that Alex is trash, because while they're still driving to the hotel, Alex says to Glorietta, well, I just want to know how you will react if a woman comes up to me, like, what would you do? I'm like, who says that? Like, why does that even come out of your mouth? You've just seen your fiance. After you've been in prison for some time, you're finally seeing her and getting to like touch her and be with her. Why are you asking her how will she react if other women come up to you to try to get you away from her? Why does that make, for me, I think with this next episode is going to make sense. But when he said that, it just seemed like something a trash dude would say. Or maybe Alex has an inflated idea of who he is and what he offers and what he actually looked like. Because I was just like, you over here talking, Alex, like you are Paul Walker. You are not, baby. You not even a Channing Tatum. Not even a, maybe an Aaron Carter. Maybe an Aaron Carter. Ugh, you know what? I don't have the time to review it, but that reality TV stars boot camp, marriage boot camp, or whatever that is, family boot camp, I'm watching that. I saw a little preview. Aaron Carter and his mama, ciao, the ghetto. I'm there. I won't review it, but I will be there watching. We are 1.5 episodes in with Alex, and I am already sick of this like baby thing that he does. This yeah, how you doing? Like, it's too much. You're laying it on a little too thick, Also, I feel like you're too old to be here with this image. You know what I mean? I feel like this image of like a smooth operator kind of guy, I feel like, don't men drop that at like 21? Like, you're still this guy. I feel like men are like this from like high school after they try to like find an identity. I feel like they put this guy on until they are able to walk into who they really are. But I feel like you drop it off when you get to Alex's age. First of all, can we talk about his age? 28, where? Where's Alex 28? Maybe it's the drugs, maybe it's prison. But what the heck? I was like 28. I thought he was at least 38. 28? Alex is in his 20s, guys. 20s. What drugs was he doing? Let us know so we will never do that. Maybe it's the neighborhood, because Cheryl has not said that she has used any kind of drugs, and she, oh, sorry, she looks it. Maybe it's where they're from. Oh, God. So Alex and Glorietta finally get to the hospital. That's where they need to go. Finally get to the hotel room, and Alex is trying to get like all smooth and sexy with her. And Glorietta wants to actually go out to eat. She was just like, me and you have never been out on a date. I want to, you know, go on a date with you. And Alex is just like, I just want to open up a cold one and kick back. She was just like, you just got out of prison. You still want to be indoors? He was really fiending for the liquor. Now, again, I don't drink, so I don't know what that's like, but it seems like every time somebody on the show gets out of jail, the first thing they want to do is have a drink. Maybe it's because they're drinking that prison wine. What is that prison wine called? Maybe it's because they're drinking that and they just want to taste what the real thing tastes like. Maybe that's it. But Glorietta is frustrated because she wants to go on a date, and Alex is just like, no, I want a cool one, and I want to kick back. So he like, I don't want to say that he did it in a sexy way. I think he attempted to be sexy, but it was just so awkward. He's all like, yeah, I'm gonna draw you a bath. Let me show you how it's done. Come here, girl. Give me the bubble bath, girl. How is this attractive as an adult? You know what I mean? I understand thinking that was cute at like 13. As an adult, if any grown man approached me like that, I would just be like, what happened? Were you in prison? You know, that's the only thing that would make sense. Like, maybe you went into prison at an age where this was okay and you just never grew out of that. Maybe that's it. But oh, at 28, he got to be lying about that age, guys. Is that 28? Whoo. Again, thank God I don't look like what I've been through. So Alex draws this sexy bath for Glorietta, and Glorietta sashays up to the bathtub and doesn't undress. Mother gets into this bubble bath fully clothed, wool blazer, hoops, eyebrows, like all of that went into this bathtub. And I was just like, what is going on? Then she starts kissing on Alex, and then she looks up at the camera and she's just like, okay guys, it's time for you to go. This couple is so odd to me. Like, there has to be more to this story. I'm waiting for some more reveals because this couple is really new, but I'm just like, there has to be something else going on. Aside from the fact that we now have another love triangle with Alex, Julietta, or his ex, and now Glorietta. So Alex, Glorietta, and Alex's ex, they're in some kind of love triangle. I think what's happening here is that Alex is in love with his ex. Like he said, prison kind of broke them up. But now that he's out, I feel like he wants to get back with her, but Glorietta has taken care of him, and he doesn't have any job, or he doesn't have any, way to take care of himself right now. So he needs to continue to play Glorietta just to survive. I think that his ex has his heart. If Alex had the coin, or if his ex had the coin to take care of the both of them, I don't think that he would have even entertained Glorietta. I think that the ex doesn't have any money and she has issues, but I think that's where his heart is. And I'm kind of concerned for Alex, because a woman like Glorietta, especially with them eyebrows, she gives me a woman you don't ever want to mess with. Cheryl and Josh are hanging out with his mother and his nieces and nephews at some park. While they're at the park, Cheryl reveals to Josh everything that she wants or she expects in this relationship. She expects for Josh to get her a home. bank robbing Josh with like no education at sea, who is not the best candidate for anybody right now to hire him. You know what I mean? Like, he robbed banks. Who's hiring this guy? Josh has the look, but he doesn't have the resume. But anyway, she wants this big house from him, and then she wants 3 children. I was like, you want three new ones? Because you got 3 that you abandoned for Josh, so you trying to get 3 more? Girl, what? Where are the fathers? Vincent and Amber. So Amber literally set Vincent up. So she goes out to lunch with Michelle, and she invites Vincent out. She tells Michelle all of the issues that she has with Vincent, and Michelle is now very wary of Vincent. So Vincent comes to lunch. While he's there, Michelle starts grilling him, and then Amber gets up and leaves Vincent there with Michelle. While Michelle is grilling him, trying to figure out what is he actually doing, because just like us, the viewers, Vincent adopting all of these prisoners and reaching out to all of these prisoners seems, you know, kind of odd, you know? So I get where she's coming from. I get why she is concerned for her friend, because we also find out in this lunch that, I don't know if you guys knew before, maybe it was said before, maybe I wasn't paying attention, but this is the first time that I heard that Vincent was like writing to about 10 prisoners and Amber was the only one that responded. I'm just like, what? I always am very curious as to what goes through a person's mind who is free, right? To want to just start a relationship with a random person that is incarcerated. You know, I can understand if you started messing with this person before they went to prison, like Lizzie and Daniel. I totally understand that, but it's just like the people like Vincent, who just writes letters to prisoners in hopes that one of them will stick, that somebody will respond. Tinder doesn't work. Going up to a woman at an Applebee's bar and asking her out, that doesn't work. You have to go after people who are incarcerated. That, I don't know, it makes me feel like the free people, when they reach out to people who are incarcerated, they are doing that because they need somebody to need them and be dependent upon them. Because maybe people who are free, who they're interested in dating, are not interested in dating them for good reason. I don't know if there's something up with Vince. I know just from watching him, he seems a little off, a little, you know, little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, like something is going on. Him and Glorietta to me seems like they're on the same plane. Nobody knows where the plane is going. Nobody knows where it's landed. Nobody knows where it took off from. But him and Glorietta are on it. Something about this storyline is just very fishy to me. Like, you reach out to all of these prisoners, hoping that somebody would take the bait. Finally, somebody takes the bait and you adopt them. Because I think that he was talking to Puppy before he was talking to Amber. Something is not clear here. If you guys can clear this up, please let a sister know, because I don't know how Vincent was talking to Puppy. Was he talking to Puppy first and then he started talking to Amber? Or was he talking to Amber first and then started talking to Puppy and then adopted Puppy? Something is going on, whatever it is. I think they were all in on the scam, but I think that now that Amber is out, she's getting cold feet. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, she doesn't want to go through with it. But I think that there's some kind of scam that Vincent is trying to do with these prisoners. Vincent, you better be careful, because let me tell you something. Uncle Sam, he loved watching these reality TV shows. That's how all these reality TV stars get locked up, because they do not realize that the government loves reality TV. Stay woke, brother. Stay woke. Andrea and Lamondre. Guys, I told you, Andrea is not the kind of woman that will sit around and wait for a dude in prison. She started dating Lamondre, or was messing with him, or knew of him before he went to prison. So she already had like knowledge of this guy. I think probably relations with him, but not like serious with him, before he went to prison. When he had an out date, she was fine with it. Now all of a sudden, she don't know when Lamondre is getting out. She's no longer interested, because she's talking to Lamondre. She's just like, I'm tired. I don't want to be in this. You still haven't given me any updates on your prison sentence. I don't know when you're getting out or if you're getting out. And she's just like, I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore. And Lamondre is just like, I don't want to lose you. Like, you know, I love you. I want you to, you know, continue to hold me down. But he still doesn't tell her the details. Like, she still doesn't know what he did to stay in there much longer. She still doesn't know how much longer he has, or if he's ever getting out. So Andrea is just like, I can't do this, you know? She didn't say it, but to me, I'm thinking she's still, you know, juicy and goosey and, you know, loosey, okay? And she probably does not want to waste what's left of her youth waiting on a dude that probably won't get out of prison. I'm not mad at that. I am not mad at that. I am really glad that she sat and told that man, like, listen, I could do it when you had an out date. Now that you don't have any information for me, I don't know when you're getting out. I got to move on with the rest of my life. And I'm so glad that she did it because, like I told you, I know somebody who didn't. And it's, oh, gosh. You know, they love each other. But true, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But I will say this. I think they have an arrangement. Because, like I said before, Lamondre, in my opinion, is not the kind of guy that you can break up with. You know what I mean? He was really cool, calm, and collected on this phone conversation with Andrea when she was breaking up with him. I think she probably talked to him before, and I think they have an arrangement like many, you know, couples who are in this kind of relationship have, where it's just like, you live your life until I'm free. When I get out, we don't discuss what you did on the streets, and we won't discuss what I did in prison. We are going to just start our lives all over again at this moment. So I'm thinking that they have that kind of arrangement where she is going to be able to date. She just won't be able to date anybody that he knows or anybody that will embarrass him. She will probably have to date, you know, guys that are not, you know, associated in the same kind of community that Lamondre is. Or she could just have some drive-bys and just have fun. But when he gets out, he's hers. I think he's still going to hold her down financially. I think she still knows where the money at. I think she's still going to do what she can to take care of him. But I just think that they have an understanding that basically that she can have sex with other people while she's waiting for him to get out of jail. That's what I think. Because I don't think these two are done. Especially if you go to her Instagram, she's talking about her and Lamondre are the next Jay-Z and Beyonce, and you know, they taking it straight to the top. So she's still talking like she's with this man. I think that she's still with him, but I think that they have an open relationship until he gets out. So now, I only do it because I love it so much. So now, let's talk about Lacey and John. So we finally get to like have a couple of scenes with John. And can I just say, John's voice. Oh my gosh. I was like, oh, hey, John. Lacey, if you don't want him, girl, let me stop because he is back in prison on some drug stuff. John, get therapy, bro. You are too fine to be strung out like this. With that voice, you wasted that sexy voice and all that hype in prison. Boy, you could come out and do voiceovers. You could be, oh, could you imagine if he was a DJ? Girl. Sending out all them love songs. Let me stop. Let me stop. Lacey don't appreciate you. I will. Lacey goes to visit John in jail. Is he in jail or prison? Because that looked like a jail. Prison. She goes to visit him in prison. And the first thing that she does when she sits down to talk to him is she starts to talk to him about the paternity test because I guess he knows that Marlo may be his child. But I'm just like, why are you doing this? You know what I mean? I get that you're on this TV show, right? But if this is a dude that has been holding you down since you were a teenager, you guys have this long relationship. Obviously something happened if you've known him since you were a teenager, but you married and had 3 children, or maybe 2, with another guy, and then John somehow was still in the picture. Obviously there was something not right in the relationship because you didn't marry. So anyway, she sits down and she starts to talk to him about it. And John is just like, well, yeah, you know, I really want to get this paternity test. And, you know, I do want to know if Marlo was mine. And then Lacey is just like, there's something else. I'm seeing someone else. I was so thankful for John because he got her right together. He was like, what are you doing? Like, why are you playing with people's heart? Like, why would you even tell me something like this? Like, he didn't even care about the cameras. He read Lacey for filth. What this woman is doing is not right. Like, he was just like, I knew something was going on because she wasn't answering my calls. She was avoiding me. She was acting really distant over the phone. So to come here, not wear your ring, ask me about the paternity test for Marlo, and then the last thing that you tell me is that you're seeing somebody else and you know I'm about to get out. It's not fair. It really isn't fair. And I'm so glad that he checked her, which in an odd way, I feel like he's good for her. You know what I mean? I was just like, Lacey needs somebody like that who will talk to her like that, because if not, if she does not get checked, she will continue to just be destructive in life, because that's just who she is. From watching this show, I've seen that this woman is extremely destructive, and she likes destroying things so that she can get a reaction out of people. Like when she talks to her father, she like gets a kick out of telling him about all of her terrible decisions. And I just feel like somebody like John, who tells her like it is, who gives it to her straight, does not hold back, reads her for filth, and let her know that the behavior that she is exuding is wrong, I feel like that's a good guy for her. I feel like she needs that. But then again, John has a lot of issues. So maybe somebody like Lacey is just too toxic for him. Maybe he needs to get somebody like me. Did y'all know we were going there? My mother would never allow it. Never allow it. Child, I bring home a Caucasian country felon. That's too much. That's too much for my mama. She's still holding out for me and Justin Timberlake. I don't know why. I don't know why. I had a crush on him when I was 16. She has not let that go. That is her son-in-law. So after Lacey, you know, tries to play my man, she goes and talks to her friend who doesn't hold her accountable. And she tries to, like, you know, force these tears out of her face. Maybe she was really crying. Maybe it was too much Botox and it wasn't allowing her to cry. Because I know from watching The Real Housewives of Orange County that something happens. I think they like, with all the Botox, they like freeze your tear ducts. So it's like you're like, and nothing's coming out. Maybe that's what's happening here. I'm bad about taking advantage of these men. And I don't want them to think that I'm a bad person. Nobody's buying them tears, Lacey. You are messy. You want this. You enjoy this. Oh, John, you deserve so much better. I gotta stop doing this show before I end up with a felon. I can't, guys. I've worked too hard. Angela and Tony, guys, have you all been to Tony's Instagram? Mother is getting thick. All he does is like work out and post like these bathroom Instagram shots of his progress. He is like really, you know, bulking up. And then on each picture, he posts like these weird, outdated rap lyrics as like captions under his Instagram photos. And I'm just like, you still doing this at your big age? You know what? I just feel like prison just freezes men in time. Mentally, physically, they age, but mentally, they're still like teenage boys. Guys, what is his Instagram? Darn it, I'm filming on my phone. I'll put a link to Tony's Instagram in my description box so you guys can go check it out and have a good laugh. He is a mess on that page. So are you guys ready for where we're about to go? Because this was, so far in this season, this was the best episode. Specifically because of Amy. Can we talk about Amy? Angela and Trailer Park Jerry Springer go to find Tony. Angela wants to get Tony back before the federal marshal finds him, because if the federal marshal finds him before he gets back to the halfway house, he's going to be in big trouble, right? Angela and Trailer Park Jerry Springer show up to Tony's job. Now, Angela starts telling Trailer Park Jerry Springer, who just loves that woman and she can't see it, she starts telling him that she thinks that Tony is having an affair with his coworker, Amy, right? So Angela is walking up. Her and Trailer Park Jerry Springer are like walking up. And Angela goes, Amy? And then you hear like this tiny yet elderly voice go, yeah. And I was like, that ain't Amy. The camera reveals Amy. Guys, let me tell you something. No way did I think that this would be the other woman. No way. It makes sense, but it just did not. It just was not something that I thought. Put it together. When we see Amy, she just folded a bed sheet and she's like, yeah, that's me. You know what? This season is not like the last season, but guys, this show is a hoot. Like the casting This is top-notch casting. So Angela is talking to Amy, but she's talking to Amy in like a confrontational way because she feels that she's the other woman, right? So I'm trying to get through this. So Angela says to Amy, like, do you know where Tony is? And Amy's just like, I don't, Nikki. And Amy is just like, I don't know that man. So ghetto at their big Caucasian age. I can't believe it. I was like, this looks like two young girls in the hood fighting over some boy in middle school. Like, not these older women. So Amy, I don't know that man. I don't know anything about him. He was fired. He don't work here no more. And Angela's just like, I know. I know you know where Tony is. Tell me where he is. And Amy's just like, I don't know where that man is. I don't know nothing about that man. But all I know is that you better get up out of my face. Listen, Angela's hot Skeletor cigarette breath grazed Amy's strawberry blonde bob one too many times because Amy had had enough. And so Angela says to Amy, I know you know where Tony is. You better tell me. And then Amy is just like, I don't know where that man is, but all I know is that you fixing to leave here. You can go home, you can go to jail, or you could go to the hospital, but you not gonna stay here, all while still folding this bed sheet. Team Amy. Team Amy. Amy wasn't shook for 1 second. She was shorter than Angela. Angela was trying to tower over her and shake this woman. She was like, I done fought better broads than you, okay? This ain't Amy's first fight over a man. Something just tells me that Amy has been here before. Angela realized that Amy wanted all the smoke, especially after she used fixin'. When you use fixin', I got some country bumpkins in my family, and when they use fixin', you know that somebody about to get shot. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh gosh, come on, get the kids, go inside the house because they about to start shooting. So when Amy used fixin', Angela knew at that point who she was dealing with. So when Amy hit Angela with, I don't want your husband, your boyfriend, your fiance, or your cousin. I don't want nothing that you got. Angela got pissed. Angela got pissed, so she starts walking up on her, acting like she's about to choke Amy. Angela's hand got close to Amy's neck. Amy was just like, you about to be drinking out of a straw messing with me, girl. I was like, what the hell? Love After Lockup. You got to get Amy on this show. I know she probably has like a felon relationship in her life. No shade, Amy. I like you, but you give me, you know, my husband is a felon or I got felon children, okay? You give that off, girl. If you guys are smart, and I think you guys are over there at, is it True Vision? One of them places. I think you guys are smart over there at Love After Lockup. Please, please tell me we are going to have more footage of Amy. This Amy and Angela confrontation, listen, it made the episode. It damn near made the season for me. I was just like, oh, I need this. I need this. Because Amy stood her ground, read Angela for filth, missing tooth and all, and never missed a beat folding this sheet. That's my girl. That is my, I need more of this. I need more of this because I was so mad when, you know, Trailer Park Jerry Springer pulled Angela out of there. He was like, come on, we gotta go. We gotta go. We can't do this. And Angela's just like, I know. She knows where Tony is. And Amy's just like, you just better get away from me, girl. That's all I know. You better get away from me. And so this episode ends with more foolishness. Let's get into this waitress, okay? This local community theater actress, okay? So Angela and Trailer Park Jerry Springer go to the local diner in that area. And they're there because they want to go to places that Tony frequents to see if somebody has seen him or knows where he is. So this waitress comes up. And Angela's just like, how you doing, sweetheart? Do you know of a felon by the name of Tony? Like, she gave her, like, minimal descriptors of Tony. And a waitress, yes ma'am, I sure do. He come here all the time flirting with all the ladies. He even tried to flirt with me, but I don't let him bother me. Girl, you are lying. No, you do not know Tony. They gave her a script right before they started filming and she just memorized the best that she could. This acting was atrocious. I am disgusted. Yes, ma'am. Tony is an ex-convict who lives right across the street. What? What? You know all of this about this man? It did not make sense to me. I'm sorry, Love After Lockup. I did not believe it. So that's it for me. I enjoyed this episode, especially the end. I cannot wait for the next episode. I will be there to review it. And if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you in just what, 24 hours for the next episode of Love After Lockup. Also, I know a lot of you guys are like, why do you post the video, the last week's review, right before the current review? I hear you guys. I hear you. But guys, listen, I'm finally a working actress. I got to take every job that I can get. A working actress means that I am literally just a freelancer. That's what I do. I'm waiting for work. So that's when you see me on YouTube. I'm waiting for work. Now I get here more often because I know you guys are waiting for me and I appreciate that. But I am not like just ignoring you guys. I'm actually working. So that's the only reason why my reviews get up a bit late to you guys. Thankfully, I have some free time for the next week or so. Who knows? So my next Love After Lockup review, the one that's coming up for the episode tomorrow, that should probably be up by Saturday because I don't have anything as of right now planned for Friday. So you probably should get that around Saturday afternoon or evening. Hopefully. We will see. Love you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. See you soon. Bye.